Are you thinking about selling your home now or maybe in the near future, and you are wondering about whether you should use an open mandate, in other words, using various different agencies to market your home, or use a sole mandate where one agent, one agency markets your home? So in this video, I'll be sharing with you 11 reasons or benefits on why this is something, when it comes to a sole mandate, why this is something that you could consider. So reason number one is securing a better price. Now, there is a high likelihood that you will, as a seller, secure a better price or the best price for your home if you only use one agent. Now, the reason for this is, in most instances, you'll see that there are going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, or how many interested parties or buyers in a home. Now, if they only have this one agent to work through, that means all the offer to purchases will only go to this one agent, and this will in all likelihood trigger a buyer bidding war. So this will be in all benefit to the seller. Now, in contrast to this, what could also happen is if you use an open mandate, what's going to happen there is the buyers, these 2, 3, 4, or 5 different buyers, they will go to maybe 2, 3, 4 different agents and play these agents off against one another. So unfortunately, what this will then mean is the agents and the buyers, they will conspire against the seller in an open mandate. Number 2, over and above attention. So all this basically means is that with a sole mandate, there is a much greater effort when it comes to time, energy, focus when it comes to selling the sole mandated property. Number 3, and that is less time on the market. So statistically, sole mandated properties sell much faster than that of the open mandated properties. Number 4, and that is expenditure. So with a sole mandated property, there is much more and much greater spend when it comes to the marketing activities and efforts for a sole mandated property. So that would be, for instance, running paid Facebook advertising campaigns, arrangement of professional photography, also spending more time and effort when it comes to creating video content. Number 5, multiple narratives. So all I mean by this is, with a sole mandate, you will be listing with only one agent on the property portals, for instance, like Property 24. So this is going to give a great sense of exclusivity when it comes to marketing your home. You'll only have one message, a beautiful set of pictures, one price, very important, one price, that's going to be shown to the possible buyers out there. Unfortunately, in contrast with this, if you use multiple agencies, there are going to be multiple different messages. There'll be multiple different, pictures. There'll also be possibly multiple different prices, which is going to give a sense of desperation in contrast to the exclusivity that you want to create. Number 6, access and viewings are more secure. So with a sole mandate, the risks when it comes to security is far less than with an open mandate. So in most instances, with every show house, or when it comes to an interested prospect in your home, they will be qualified beforehand, and this will give you much more greater control when it comes to the entire selling process. Number 7, not competing with other agencies. So with the sole mandate, you only have this one agent that is working solely for you in your best interest. Unfortunately, if you use a few different agents, what this then is going to mean that if there are maybe 2, 3, or 4, or how many different interested parties or buyers in your home, they will in all likelihood speak with all these different agents, and they will go and play these agents off against one another. So as you can see, what an open mandate will create is a situation or a scenario where you as seller will be competing against other agencies and against the different buyers. And this will then in all likelihood result in you not getting the best price for your home. Number 8, desperate to sell. Now, if you use multiple agencies to create or to market your home and to help sell your home, what this unfortunately will create is a sense or a perception of desperation to sell. Now, just think about it in terms of all the different boards that will be in front of your home. Just think about it in terms of the various different listings on, for instance, Property 24. There's going to be different prices, different messages, and as you can imagine now, it doesn't create a sense of exclusivity. It's more a sense of desperation. Wouldn't you agree, right? So, in that sense, that is why the sole mandate is such a powerful tool in creating that perception of exclusivity for your home. Number 9, avoiding double commission. Now, unfortunately, if you use an open mandate and a buyer, for instance, goes and views your home with agent A and then also goes to agent B and also goes and views your home, that means you as seller could be liable for double commission. In other words, paying commission to both agent A and agent B. Now, that would not be a position one would want to be in. So with a sole mandate, that is where you get to a point where you will have no risks of paying double commission because you only be using one agent. Number 10, time and feedback from agent and licensee. So with a sole mandate, there will be a clear agreement on what the agent and the licensee will be able to provide with a sole mandate. So that's also going to provide a lot of more information on the frequency of feedback on your home and the marking of your home. For instance, will it be weekly feedback, every 2-week feedback, monthly feedback, whichever you might prefer. And finally, number 11, escape benchmarking. So if I can give you a quick example of benchmarking, is let's say that you've got a buyer that wants to buy a townhouse. So what you would do then is, let's say you've got townhouse number 1, and this is the one with the best value that you want to sell. Then you can take the buyer to number 1, but you can also take them to number 2 and number 3 as a benchmark to actually show the buyer how the first one is going to be the best value. So you use the number 2 and number 3 as a springboard or as a benchmark to sell home number 1. And with the sole mandate, other agents won't be able to use your home for that purpose. I hope that makes sense. So there you have it, the 11 reasons or benefits that you could possibly consider when it comes to using a sole mandate to sell your home. So if you like this video, you can also go and have a look at the other videos when it comes to giving you a bit more perspective and ideas on selling your home. And if you like this video, please go down below and leave a thumbs up. Otherwise, you can also subscribe to my channel where I will be leaving new videos each and every week. So in most instances, with every